Good day, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater coming to you from the Focus 2 US1 Challenge. This is brought to you by the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club and the Space Coast Model Sailing Club, which is located in beautiful Melbourne, Florida. And of course, we love the AMYA, and we have a Facebook page, so please make sure you look up Sail Wars and friend us on Facebook. And before we hit the water, we would like to thank our newest subscribers with the spotlight on John Grant. Thank you for subscribing to us. Now let's go racing. This is race 3 of the 6 races we'll have on Raceway 2 involving the Focus 2 versus the US1 Ms. That's the starting line right there. Part of it's kind of hidden behind that sailor. Let's listen to the start.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we have a clean start. Bart has to avoid Bob. And Bart was definitely in the right there. Let's see if a penalty's called. And there they go at it again. Bob comes in on port and Bart's on starboard. And Bart forces Bob to tack this time. The first time Bart had to avoid the collision. But I guess a foul was not called or was not followed, one of the two. As we see these two great competitors battle their way up towards that first mark, number 777 Bart is in first and Bob is in second place. Bob has no number on his sails, but you can see him right there in that light blue boat. Not to be confused with the light blue boat right there, number 11 of Andy. And watch out, Bart. Bart's getting close to Bart's point over there in the shallows. He's notorious for getting stuck over in that area. And there's the first mark. Remember, they are only racing one lap as Bart makes his way up to that first mark where it gets very shallow over there. And we see that there's Bob right there, and of course Rick. But Bart appears that he'll be the first to that mark as he is still in first place, and he is rounding mark number 1. Let's see who takes the mark second, and it's Bob rounding the first mark in second place as we're watching Bart travel down to the next mark, which is a little bit off screen right there, and there it is. That's what he'll be rounding. That's mark number 2. Now today's course is kind of like a big figure 8, and Bart makes the turn and is going downwind as he is the first around the second mark, followed closely by Bob. Bob is an extremely good sailor and is going to try to reel in Bart as we see number 20 Rick is in third place, followed by number 67 David. They were really close, and I'm not doing a turn. Andy is currently in 5th place. And number 2 Dave in the Focus 2, we saw them making their way around mark number 1. They're currently in 6th place. And look at that, David is gaining on Rick, as there's Bob again. And the race is about halfway over right now as Bart goes through what will be the finish line. And Bart has about a 5 boat length lead over Bob. Bob in that light blue boat where you see right there on the left side of the screen. Bart is in the intrusion boat on the right hand side of the screen. I guess the big question here is, can Bob get to Bart? As we see that red mark down there, that is the third mark they'll be going around. Now it does get shallow over there on the edge, so we'll have to see. Bart kind of stopped for a second there. He might have hit something. As we can see, Bob is now about 3 boat lengths ahead of, I believe, third place, but he has definitely gained ground on Bart, as Bart did hit something over there in the shallows. These are a little bit heavy boats, so maybe it ripped loose of whatever he hit. But Bart still rounds the third mark in first place as he goes by the fountain. And here he comes, and he is swinging really wide around that last mark. I hope that doesn't end up costing him. As we can see, Bob comes around that last mark and shaves off about 5 or 6 feet. And look at that, Rick was really tight coming around there, and I think he took over second place from Bob. As we see that boat, the Intrusion, making his way upwind. The wind is tricky right now, going back and forth. Right there we see Bob and Rick trying to catch Bart. And look at that, Bob gets a good puff and takes back second place. Look at that, he's catching up to Bart. Bart and the Intrusion is making their way to the finish line, but Bob has reeled in Bart. Can he catch him? We may have a very close finish. The crowd is going wild over this finish. And look at Bart has to tack back out. Bob has got a good line on him. Bart is just feet from the finish line, but Bob is just off screen, closing fast. Can anyone catch Bart right now? As Bart, oh no, look out, we may have a collision as David in the Focus 2 is coming right at Bart. Bart doesn't know which side to go on, even though he has the right of way, and he loses valuable time right there as he slows down to avoid the collision. And that's just what Bob needed. As Bob closes the finish line, he'll have to tack one more time. But no, he does not tack. He misses the finish line. And Bart comes across and wins race number 3. A big mistake by Bob. He should have tacked one final time. Instead, he goes outside the mark and he serves first place up to Bart on a silver pallet. So first we had the Focus 2 get in the way, and then we have Bob making the mistake. Now Bob will have to go back out and around that mark. He has to unwind it, and look it, he hits the mark. I wonder if anyone caught that, because I believe that's a penalty turn. Leave a comment if you agree, but he goes around and Bob takes second place. A costly mistake by Bob, but we've all been there, Bob. As we see, number 67, David takes third place, followed by number 11, Andy, I'm not doing a turn, taking fourth. Yeah, that costly mistake cost Bob first place, but also Bart had that near collision with the Focus 2 that cost him. As we see, number 20, Rick takes fifth place. He'll come across the line, and the Focus 2 is going to be called in place, taking sixth place. Congratulations to our top 3. First place Bart, second place Bob, and third place David. Cell Wars would like to thank you for watching our video. It really means a lot to us. Please show us your support back by subscribing. And don't forget to hit like, because that helps us on the algorithm so we can get this message and these videos out to more RC sellers. So thank you for doing that, taking the time to help us out there. Now, if you are a webmaster for a club of any of these great clubs across the world, please go to our YouTube homepage for Cell Wars, and up in the top left, highlight that and copy it and put that on your club's website. That will make it real easy for all your club members to come to the Cell Wars YouTube homepage, where they will see over 170 videos at the time of this making. I think this is 173, 174. But we produce so many races and so many videos. in just over a year, we've put out that many videos. So please let everybody sign up so they will get notified. Well, I'm going to have to go get ready for the next race. So this is Sandy Pondwater signing off. I'll see you at the next race.